Good afternoon, participants. Welcome back from the break. Hope you are eager to resume the session with Mr. Chaitanya Sharma. We are shortly going to start. Till the time, please fill the feedback form for the morning session.
Hi everyone.
Good afternoon, sir. Can we start with the session?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Hi, ma'am. Yes, definitely we can start. Like if everybody is ready, we can start.
Yeah, we can. I think we can start.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir. Screen is visible.
perfect. Okay. Then, okay. So the next topic that we're gonna talk about today is about the social media marketing strategy. I think one of the most interesting topic that most of the student I have seen they are more interested into because they are very active on social media, Facebook, Instagram, uh, Twitter, maybe, but you need to be very active on a platform like LinkedIn. If you are final year students, definitely LinkedIn, Twitter, you should be checking your Twitter account. And there are a lot of things that corporate or the corporates, they are getting their visibility on these platforms because there are a lot of people which are available on these platforms. So, what's your understanding about social media marketing? Before I'll get into more in detail, definitely we're gonna talk about a lot of things, a lot of platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, all these platforms we're gonna talk about more in detail. But before that, what's your understanding? Anyone? You can just answer here in this chat box. Okay, there are three answers. Okay, let's just a minute. Hi, hi, Amol. Hello. Okay, marketing with the help of social media. Okay, marketing with this help of social media. Perfect. What do you think? Is it a good way to show your ads or target your customer? What exactly social media gonna help business? Can investment in social media can benefit your business? Investment in social media can benefit in your business, Mark? Yes, because almost everyone uses social media nowadays. Okay, using social media platform to connect to target audience. Perfect, perfect. It can help bring traffic to your website, definitely, to increase the reach as social media is very popular. Perfect. Again, it depends on the business, to be honest, how you strategize your marketing campaign on these platforms. More, more keywords. Okay, so which platform is your favorite? Which social media platform is your favorite? Instagram. Tell me the platform and tell me one more word, like what exactly you like about that platform. Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat. Okay. Facebook and what you like about it. Instagram, LinkedIn, Instagram, more reach. Okay. Reddit, meme and community. Okay. Awesome. More reach, Instagram. Nitika Sharma must have a lot of Instagram follower. She must be getting a very good reach on her Instagram post for sure. What about the other people? Facebook for the most reach, as all the age groups are available on the platform. Okay. Instagram famous among young crowd. Okay. Why? LinkedIn, networking and knowledge sharing. Awesome, Nitika. By any chance, you're a final year student, or you recently started posting anything on LinkedIn? Right word, networking and knowledge sharing. Yes, I'm a final year student. Nitika, you are at the right platform, to be honest. LinkedIn. What about other people? Instagram has literally everything. What's everything in this, Ritika? What feature of these platform you like most? What feature of this platform you like most? Of course, you can get reach, you can create networking, you can knowledge share. But when you say literally everything means what? Instagram for it being user friendly. Okay. So you like the navigation part or the UI of the Instagram than the Facebook, maybe. Mhm. I like how Reddit is open for every type of content. There is something for everyone. Definitely true. Instagram, but I'm not sure how strong is their policy, to be honest, Sukhveer. Yeah, because the brand have to see, brand will only want to use platform which gonna maintain their brand image. So use the platform which can give you valuable input, or you can say the valuable, the desired result. Instagram, we can easily promote. Okay, LinkedIn is very executive from all over the world is available. Okay, Instagram is good as it easily influence the people available in largely. Okay, awesome. We can easily promote ourselves and our product on Instagram. Yes, true. More than feature, Instagram is easy to use compared to LinkedIn. But the purpose of Instagram and LinkedIn is completely different, to be honest. It depends what exactly you want to achieve. Yeah. Okay. A lot of inputs from you people, and you people are bang on, I would say. Reach wider audience, create engagement. Disha, clear, like it's a good point. Creating an engagement is the key for social media. If you are able to achieve that, then that's great. Okay, so do you really think, doesn't it seems like every company is active on social media? Almost every company active on social media, right? Any brand that you can think for, they definitely want to have their presence on social media, right? But at the same time, you only really hear about a few businesses doing anything particularly interesting or impactful on these platforms. Every business is available. Lookchan too. Okay, every brand is available on social media, but only few get attention from the customer because they have a very interesting and impactful strategy for their social media presence, right? So that's because following the direction of social media strategy is the big difference between the companies that drive result from social media and those that don't. So picking the right strategy is the key. Okay, because it is easy to have a mediocre approach to social media for business if you are haphazardly active on these channels without having a clear plan and a set of goals in mind. I've seen so many brands, their campaigns are haywire. Their campaigns have no objective. They just haphazardly created their campaigns. They have a lot of accounts, which is like dead accounts, which is available on social media. They are doing nothing. They just created their account. You must have come across those accounts as well. They created the account, but they are not active. They are not engaging with the customers. Okay, and the main purpose of social media is to connect with the customer. So before you start your presence, before you create any account, you need to have a clear plan and a clear goals, what exactly you want to achieve from the social media. Okay, then just a minute, let's over here. So what we will be able to learn today, how you can establish social media strategy, how you can conduct social media audit. That is more important from the brand perspective. How you create social media audit, analyzing SWOT results, unique drivers of social media like Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter, refining your content mix. I'll tell you more in detail what exactly it is. Optimizing paid, earned, shared, and owned media. Okay, these are the things that we're gonna learn today. Okay, and at the end, of course, we'll have the conclusion session as well, where I want you people to give me input, what you have learned and how going forward you're going to use these platforms. Okay, so let me move to the, okay, before I move to the slides, there are a few things I want to discuss. Basically, if you think a week doesn't go by without big news from the main social media platform, isn't it? Maybe Facebook or Twitter change their algorithm, or Instagram, Snapchat offered up new shoppable ad option. One of you already mentioned, it's easy to shop in some situation. You are like corporate are feel it like Instagram can give them more sale. So that's true, like because Instagram and Snapchat offered up new shoppable ad options, or YouTube maybe decided to like act like a TV network, or there is a new kid in the market. Everybody know TikTok. Okay, so see all these platforms. They every week you will get to hear a lot about these changes which is happening on these social media platforms, like maybe Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. You must be seeing all those news as well. So that's what we are going to cover in this course: how to use social media marketing to help achieve your business goals. And I will start by showing you how to conduct a social media audit. You will learn how to dig into your finding, analyze the result, and use data-driven insights to help shape your content marketing plans. Okay, how we gonna do audit and how we gonna use this audit result to create a right strategy. This is something that we're gonna cover today. Okay, and I'm going to zero in on the latest development on these platforms and how they affect your brand. Okay, I will also gonna show you how to refine your content mix and choose a social media marketing platform and develop PESO. We call it PESO model, which is paid, earned, shared, and owned media. So how you can use PESO model strategy for your business. So all these gonna be learned today. And I hope everyone is ready to know more about this PESO and this audit and SWOT analysis, definitely, because this is beyond what you actually think social media is. So basically, if you had to describe your company's approach, let's say if I'll ask you, you have to define your company's approach to social media in one sentence, what would you say? If you have to design, if you have to tell me your company's approach to social media in one sentence, what would be that one sentence? Tell me how you will define your company's approach on social media. You can add your answer on chatbot, or you can unmute if that is possible. If you had to describe your company's approach to social media in one sentence, what would be your approach? Like, don't think from the company perspective. Right now, you must be running a lot of events at university, right? And I'm sure that you people must be doing marketing of those events online as well. I've seen a lot of pages of your event or campaigns which you do at the campus. More customer engagement. Engagement and conversions through right content. Bang on. Increase brand awareness. So when you are promoting your events, college events, what exactly? Okay, they create and post memes which attracts today's youth. Definitely, their memes are amazing. So basically, if you see all these terms, what I could able to understand is that's your strategic, targeted, and have great relationship with your customer, that you continuously test and adapt, and that your social media programs are well integrated throughout your organization, like throughout your event, I could say. Okay, that's basically hit and trial activity, to be honest. Okay, that social media is still a sore point for certain members of the C-suite, like for the big corporate. It's not easy to handle social media. Okay, or maybe it's a combination of some or all of the above, to be honest. Regardless of the way you describe it, we can probably agree on a couple of things. I'm definitely, the things I'm gonna tell you, I'm sure you're gonna agree on that. Social media is here to stay. It's not going anywhere. Okay, the pace of change isn't slowing down, and a week doesn't go by without some tech news or announcement. You must be hearing a lot of news which is there related to changes in the UI or new features being added in these platforms. Keep track of what's happening. it's very important for all of you, like especially students who are actually aspiring to move into digital marketing and they want to explore social media part. It's very important, keep a track of what's happening. You may want to attend, like depends, because that's a different session altogether to know about the other platform. So for that, you can attend the different session of my digital marketing trends. That's a different session altogether. But about if you want to know about the trends, like what's happening these days, well, we can have a separate session together. Here today, we're going to talk about only strategies. Then, as a marketer, I would suggest, as a marketer, you are expected to manage your social media programs, integrate them with all your other plans. Okay, integrate them with all your other plans, because that's the key. Integration is the key. Okay, so as a marketer, it's expected from you. Okay, because right now I'm considering you as a marketer for your university programs, events that you run. Okay, so you must be promoting online that. So you can use these kind of strategy to promote your events, especially cultural head or cultural committee, they can use all this. Or if you are running your own, if you are an entrepreneur and you have your own product or services, you can use social media for your visibility as well. So, and being true to your brand's character and voice on whatever platform you are on, that doesn't mean you have to add the exact same message to each of the platform. I've seen this. I've seen people adding same message, like if you notice, some brands, they post same content on Facebook, they post same content on Instagram, LinkedIn, on all these platforms. Isn't it so much duplicacy of a data? If I'm following them on Facebook, if I'm following them on Instagram, I'm seeing same message. There's no change in the messaging. It doesn't attract me at all. Okay, it sounds like in much the same way you wouldn't wear a bathing suit to work. If you're wearing a bathing suit at work, it's like, hopefully you are not wearing it, but it sounds like that only. Yeah, it's a repeated content all over these platforms. Don't do that. Have a unique content for all these platforms, and what should be the content, how it should be framed is something we'll discuss. Your brand can show different aspect of personality on various social channels. So you can just target one personality of your brand in one channel, and in the other platform you can target the other personality of your, or the USP of your business. You just have to know how to act in setting you are in. So basically, whatever settings you are in, you have to understand that and understand when to loosen and take off your corporate tie, so to speak. Because I've seen people, they just put same content everywhere. Like I'll give you an example. That's tough actually, and that is also tough for some traditional marketer. The people who are actually using social media from long time, they are following traditional marketers. It's tough for them to change this pattern. Or you can say PR folks who believe message consistency was everything. Because we also follow that algorithm that there should be a consistency, right? But it doesn't mean you have the duplicate content all over these platforms. There's no point. Every platform can be should be unique, should be used uniquely. Okay, and how to use that is something we'll discuss. So nowadays you need to figure out which aspect of your brand personality is most appropriate for your channel you are on. There is no pat answer here, to be honest. So rely on your brand values as a guide. You have heard this before, but it starts with your customer, the relationship you are built with them, and knowing where and when they want to hear from you. This is really important point that I highlighted. You have heard this before, but start with your customers, the relationship you will build with them, and knowing where and when they want to hear from you. This is something that you need to keep a track of it. And it means taking an honest and critical look at your strength and weakness, because we're going to talk about the SWOT as well. So you need to make an honest and critical look at your strength, your weakness, and the type of content you can excel at, and which isn't currently being produced. So the content that you are presenting should be unique. It should not be you have used last quarter, you are using same content, same marketing strategy, same way to approach customer. Don't do that. Okay, understand your strength, try to see your weakness, be honest with it while doing SWOT analysis. I've seen people when they do SWOT analysis, they think we are good to go. There's no weakness. Don't do that. Be honest with your own self, with your brand basically. So and you need to attach a value to your social media efforts. If you think of content marketing as an asset, you will be more mindful of what you create and share. So before what you create and share, you need to take a look before you just post it everywhere. Because I've seen without any clear picture, any clear plan, people haphazardly posting anything without any proper strategy. And remember, digital is trackable, because you can track every action. You can see how many people liked your post, they shared your post, they saw your post, everything can be tracked. So remember, digital is trackable and measurable as well. If you're running a paid campaigns, definitely you need analytics view as well. You need the matrix to do a proper audit. So it's trackable, it's measurable, but don't fall into the trap. So what is the trap over here? I have seen people, they fall into the trap of what? When you are connecting with the people, I've seen people, they are falling into trap of what? They are counting likes. They are establishing measurable results that tie into business and marketing goals. Don't fall into the trap of counting likes, how many likes you receive, how many shares you receive. Initially, try to be in touch with the customer, try to understand what they want to watch, what they want to hear from you. Okay. And based on that, you can design your strategy. Okay. So in the early days, I've seen it in the early days of social media, it was all about volume and speed. Okay. It was all about the volume, like content everywhere. And where it's still important to respond, of course, it's really important that you respond to every ping that you get, but you need to be quick. Okay. And there is no point pushing out content just for the sake of it. Emphasize quality over quantity. What matters here is the quality, not the quantity. So make sure you maintain quality, you respond quickly, unique content. Don't fall into a trap of like, share while tracking or analyzing your data. Make sure you do SWOT analysis and audit. That will discuss more in detail how you will check your strength, weakness, opportunities, and threat. Okay, just a minute. Yeah, sorry for that. Can you hear me? Awesome. Great, thanks. So what we were discussing, you need to emphasize on the quality. Don't fall into a trap of a quantity. I've seen people posting content that was a part of a traditional marketing. Like people who are following the traditional marketing, or there are few PR agencies, they only believe in the message consistency. That it doesn't mean the consistency. It's like the repeated content, all the platform. Create a unique content. For Facebook, your messaging should be in certain way. For Instagram, it should be in certain way. The feature of every platform is designed in such a way that it should be presented in a unique way. So which feature needs to be used in which way is something we'll discuss. Okay, but first thing that you need to know, like if you're doing this, stop right now. Okay, so you don't want to be thought as a content polluter, because I've seen people are doing that, and make strategic choices. So when we say strategic choices, mean pick your channel based on your business, based on your requirement. Pick channels. It can be Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, Snapchat. Pick one channel and learn how to both fit in and stretch the limit. You need to check if you are actually fitting into their strategy or the way this channel behaves, and be creative and strive for excellence. Also at the same time, and remember, selling is a nuanced action. So when we say selling is a nuanced action, is what? Okay, we'll talk about this also more in detail. So remember, selling is a nuanced action, and it's more than just pushing out your message over and over again. Okay. Here, let me move to the SWOT analysis, and here how you can conduct social media audit. This is really important. Huh? I've seen many organizations approach digital marketing from a platform first perspective. Like they are everyone who's using social media. What is better to post same post content on all social media accounts or different post on different media? Same message, but in a different way. I'm not saying you completely have a different strategy. Well, different strategy means like a different content in Facebook, different content in Instagram. I'm saying the way you interact with the people, the messaging needs to be changed. Maybe in Facebook, you might be using a story, or let's say maybe a live video feature. But in Instagram, you might be using stories as it's a like a main feature for that as a strategy. Reels, yes. So you might be using Reels in case of Instagram. In case of Facebook, that DM can be the focus area. But the messaging, every feature of these platform needs to be unique differently, and should not post the same content like in a different way. You can tell your thing in a different way in a different platform. One video, one can be a DM, one can be a promoted tweets, one can be on LinkedIn in a different, in a very professional manner. You can just tell your own thing, but in a different manner with a different messaging. That's it. Okay. So many organizations, they actually approach digital media from a platform first perspective, and that is they jump on a social network and develop their strategy later. So don't jump into social media first and design strategy later. Design strategy first and then create account, because they are, as I mentioned, there are a lot of dead account which is already there. And then as a result, they may have a multiple accounts on various networks. If you pick one of the brands, they are not active on social media, but they have a lot of accounts on various networks. These are abandoned profiles, inefficient processes, and content plan with a few actionable goals. They have very few limited actionable goals. Initially, they might have created a certain campaign of promotion on Facebook, but now it's nothing to do. It's like abandoned accounts. So make sure you don't do all these things. If you have created an account in any social media, then you need to maintain that consistency as well. You need to interact on a real time. That's why it's important for companies to take a stock of their digital assets. Okay, they need to keep a track of everything. Okay, so and one of the best ways to do that is a social media audit. So when you do social media audit, you will not end up with the this abandoned accounts. You will have to keep a track of how customers are interacting with your brand on Facebook and how they are interacting with your brand on Instagram. You need to analyze that. You need to keep a track of everything with this strategy called social media audit. Okay, so in a social media audit, you will examine your social and digital properties through a critical and curious lens. Okay, like you will be looking at your strength and challenges, or your paid on own media, like the peso thing you need to check, and how well your team is achieving its goal. You also need to keep a track of your team member, how they're achieving these goals. One person may be an expert on Facebook, the other person can be expert on Instagram. They can share their best practice. So make sure which team of your organization is achieving its goal. Okay, and everything is on the table. Okay, be honest while doing audit. Be honest with the SWOT analysis. If people are not liking your campaign, if people are not interacting with your brand on Facebook, you need to be honest with it. Like they are not interacting. You can't just let it go. Nahi hua, we are active on Instagram, Facebook pe active nahi hai, that's fine. Don't do that. Make sure if you have created an account, you need to be active. So before you create an account, make sure you have strategy in place by using the SWOT analysis and social media audit. Okay, so you try to be as honest you can. Okay, but an audit isn't just about looking inside. Okay, but you will also want to pay attention to what your competitors are doing and how successful they are. Of course, you will not look at only your how you are doing, right? You also do an analysis about your competitor. Of course, with all platform they are available, what's the kind of campaign they are running, how they are engaging with their customer. That analysis definitely you need to do along with your own strategy. Okay. And then access the landscape. Okay. And listen to conversation. This is really important point. You need to listen your conversation your customer are doing, your suppliers are doing, your competitors are doing, employees, stakeholders are having. What kind of communication people are having for your brands. You need to listen it very properly. Okay. Because so that will give you a lot of inputs. Okay, what's your customer input, what's your own team inputs, what's your competitor inputs about your business, about your brand. Take a note of everything, because if you will also want to talk to thought leaders as well. Maybe you can talk to the thought leaders in your industry, which like thought leader from your industry. You might be interested to talk about to your staff. So we were just talking about the audit that we need to do. So what I was telling you people, that you will also want to talk about your strategy with the influencer, like the influencer or the thought leader from your industry, because these customers, and also make sure you let them know you are capturing their comments and anonymously. If you are capturing in their like if you're discussing and you to know about your business, what's their opinion, just make it you are capturing everything anonymously, so that when you think that, because that's why only they will be giving you unfiltered response. You can take a note, but make sure you let them know that you are taking a note of what's their feedback about your brand. When you think about your business, ask question like, so whenever you're planning, actually when you taking a note about if your business is doing good on social media, you take a note of few questions. That can be anything like, who are you trying to reach, what platform do they use, what's your organization currently doing, versus what are you doing well. Okay, you need to have all these questions. What are you trying to reach, basically what's your goal, right? You need to have answer of everything. What platform do they use, maybe your competitor and all. Where are the gaps, challenges, strength and weaknesses. You will know what you want your audit to accomplish. When you start, try to be as objective as you can. Pay attention to all the pages on your website or blog, on social media properties, your digital and traditional content and marketing material, and look at competitors through your customer eyes. Whenever you are looking at your competitor, think from the customer perspective also, that if actually they're gonna like your brand, or they're gonna like your competitor, because whatever services they are providing, the way they are interacting with their customer is something you need to check from the customer eyes. Then analyze the result and identify trends, area for improvement and opportunities. When you do all these audit and when you will list down all these questions, you will have the right answer. Because social media audit can open your company's eye to the realities of your business landscape and get you insight. You need to develop strategic roadmap with recommendation design to achieve your social media goals. Okay, so make sure you keep a track of all this. Just a minute, we move to the, and then how you can use this data to know your social media strength. This is really important. Okay, how you going to use this data? So if I'll tell you, one of my friend, he's doctor, and a doctor I know that made a video. He made a video that went viral. Okay, so he started making more videos. So after the first video went viral, he started making more videos, but none of them were as popular as the first. And I asked him what that, and he said, not everything needs to go viral. Okay, and that's really important point. It's not needed that every single video will go viral. Okay, and it's okay to be bacterial too. Of course, only a doctor would say something like that. Right? So, but he had a point, very good point. I would say that is well targeted piece of content doesn't have to appeal to everyone. Okay, it doesn't have to appeal everyone. You can't pamper everyone. You can't actually make everyone happy, but make sure the key is to reach your customer. Okay, when you have a right content for the right customer, you will reach to the targeted audience, because you can't make everything viral, and that does not make sense. Okay, but the messaging of your video should reach to the right customer. Okay, the same principles applies to your company's social media. Okay, simply going viral for viral sake is not sustainable tactic nor a realistic goal. Okay, it's better to create niche content your audience can't find anywhere, so it should be unique. So customer should not be seeing all these content repeatedly on other platform. Okay, it's better to create niche content and your audience can't find anything else that speaks to their needs, and build relationship and trust. Make sure you build that relationship, build that trust with your customer, because and then post your social media audit. So post once you've done the social media audit, now what you need to do, now you can deliver into your analytics to uncover deeper insight. So once the audit is done, what is the next thing that you need to do? You need to look at the data. Okay, what you're going to learn from this data is what time of day work best for your post. I'm sure you must be doing when you post anything about your event. Let's say if you have posted anything about this workshop, the person who's posting about this event must be analyzing at what time the X post worked well and Y post worked well. Any of you who actually posted about this event or anything earlier and experienced that for your post morning times work, for other posts some other slot works, right? You need to be sure about this. Okay, what time of day work best for your post and why? Because social media, it's all about you maintain your calendar. Okay, there is a particular time, or you can say there's a best time to post on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn. So you need to have an analysis if your post is working at 1 p.m. or it's working at 10 p.m. Okay, is there is a consistency that people are maintaining to engage, or does it vary? So people, if they are consistently engaging with you in a certain way, and does your CRM, of course the customer relationship management or customer relationship management data, tell you to support or refute your observation? So follow the CRM. Okay, check what time is working well for you, which day is working for you, and check how people are engaging at what time, if it's varying based on the time slot or scenarios, or it's consistency. And then customer engagement depends on many variables, to be honest, but the main keys are basically the type of social content you produce. Okay, the tone of your content, timing, choice of word is important. When we say tone, the choice of words, you can't have, that's why I'm saying their content cannot be duplicated. The way you write a content on LinkedIn, you cannot paste that same content on Facebook. One of you asked, right, is it good to have a same content everywhere? That's a traditional marketing to maintain the consistency. But do you think you will maintain the same tone when you are posting anything on LinkedIn? One of you only mentioned on LinkedIn, you are there for the networking purpose. There's more professional people who are available on LinkedIn. So you're going to use the same messaging that you posted on Instagram and Facebook? No, not recommended. Definitely it's not recommended. Okay, so make sure the tone, timing, and most important, the relevance to customer. Okay, it should be relevant to the customer as well. Interpreting your data wisely helps you optimize and adapt. Okay, if you're optimizing it properly, it of course you can adapt it better. It also comes down to understanding your audiences and what they like or need. So once you do the audit and you do the analysis, you will get to know how people are actually browsing or how people are behaving with your channels or with your platforms. Okay, if it's consistent or it's changing, okay, time to time. So identify the topics, and also when they're interacting, you need to understand like they are interacting more on video or they're interacting more on infographics. Maybe it's tips and lists that attracts them. So you need to make sure video attract them more or the post attract them, or the let's like a basic post or the infographic one, which post is interacting more. Okay, so you need to list down everything, all this analysis. identify the topics and keyword that customer engage with, and figure out how to do more of that. Maybe the first, like maybe your brand or services or product have different features, but out of 5 feature, only 1 feature people are more interested into. So make sure you take a note of that feature and try to create a messaging of your campaign or your ad copy accordingly. Take a note of that feature in which people are interacting more. Look at your and that is more important. You also need to look at the content calendar. So we call it content calendar, and determine if the content you believe is your strongest actually is this the strongest content or the topic or keyword for based on which you created the campaign. You might be surprised by what you find. Okay, I have seen people when they do audit and SWOT analysis, they get the very different picture what they used to think about their brand. And get under the hood of your social media post to see where you are getting the best engagement and figure out why. Then adjust your content calendar and continue to monitor and adapt in real time. Okay, you need to be very quick on social media. Your analytics also gonna show you who on the team was responsible for the highest producing or performing content, and celebrate or reward their creativity and encourage them to keep it up. Remember, I told you whenever any team of your company is doing really well on a particular platform, you should celebrate. Try these teams are interacting with each other to share the best strategy, or maybe invite your social media star, like social media, like one of the person from that team. You can invite that star to lead a lunch or learn and share tips about what made their content stand out and inspire your team. These are things that actually companies do, like we in agencies, in corporates. Whenever there is a success in a particular campaign, we do call that team and they share their best practice, which content worked well for them, and what time slot they worked well for them, what strategy actually they actually followed. Don't you create content in a vacuum, and please rely on your gut to determine what works. Okay, that is also one of the things. Okay, instead dig into your data, analyze it, and watch how your customer behave. And remember, one viral success is not a social media strategy. Remember the words of that one of my friend. He said, it doesn't matter. I don't want all the video to go viral. I just want to reach the right customer. So, okay, so maybe in first viral video, there might be 10 lakh people who viewed the video, but out of 10 lakh, again, the 2 lakh was more relevant. And those 2 lakh people actually retained with the other videos as well. And that actually you want. The first video might have gone viral. There's no, like this, don't go with the trap that I highlighted, that you follow like how many people actually viewed. First video, 10 lakh people viewed, but the second one only viewed by the 2 lakh people. Don't analyze or audit your data or social media like that. Okay. And then what's your understanding about SWOT analysis? What do you mean by SWOT analysis? SWOT. What is S stand for? What is W stand for? O stand for? T stand for? Answer here in chat box. Strength, weakness, awesome. Opportunity, threats. Yes, we got the words. S stand for strength, W stand for weaknesses, O stand for opportunity, and T stand for threats. Perfect, right answer. So you need to take a list of all the strength that you have, all the weakness that you have. Of course, it's a lot more complex, but big picture thinking is still the essence of the SWOT is important. Okay, your social media audit likely include a SWOT. I've seen it in most of the company, which is an analysis of the business landscape you are in, broken into 4 main categories. It's a more main category, isn't it? Strength and weaknesses, they are typically used for looking inward at your company. Okay, so strength and weakness going to tell you the things from the inside perspective. Opportunities and threats, they are more outward looking. Okay, so when you are doing a SWOT, it is important not to sugarcoat the fact and to be honest about where you stand, and if it truffles some features. Okay, just be prepared to back your rationale with solid example. So if you are doing your SWOT, shouldn't be laundry list. Don't create a laundry list of bullet points that go on and on and on. I've seen people doing SWOT analysis and they just create a laundry list. Don't do that. It's just a snapshot that demonstrates where you stand out and what some of your features, vulnerabilities, and future possibilities might be. Keep it no more than 3 or 4 points per quadrant. 3 points for strength, 4 points for weakness, and similarly for opportunities and threats. And make sure your observation ties with the business goal. Whatever observation you have needs to be tied with your business goal. Okay. I have one case study to present. Let me show you over here. Okay. Just a minute. Okay. This is I was discussing with one of my I would say friend, client, like you can say. So this guy, like Abhishek, has a cake design bakery. Okay. So Abhishek Cake Design Bakery, it's like who's into actually, which has been active. They were active on Facebook. They were putting more emphasis on Instagram and considering Pinterest and Snapchat and starting a social media audit. I told Abhishek that some of the steps that needs to take. Also, he asked, I also asked him what his company's top strength. So when I asked him what is the top strength, then Abhishek replied that I think one of our biggest strengths is our name, okay, as a brand, and how well we are known in the community. They were getting a lot of businesses from referral, and customer love their creative design. And then after that, then I asked him, how about your weaknesses? I got your strength that you are very social. You are like you were getting customers from the referral programs and all. But what's your weakness? And then as most of the people replies, we are perfect. So of course we don't have any. Okay, but seriously, he has really high expectation and is not the best manager in the world. So they have more staff turnover than they like. Okay. Also, he thinks he sometimes gets too busy to post on social media. Like this, I've seen most of the managers have that attitude after a certain period that they get too busy to post on social media and just post too much. So there is no real strategy or consistency. You might be posting 10 creative on one day and then you get disappeared for the remaining 10-15 days. That should not be your strategy, to be honest. And then I also asked Abhishek, are there any opportunities you would like to pursue? They are thinking about developing an online recipe subscription. He said they are looking for recipe subscription business where each month they will publish and share recipe for customer to try at home, because this is something they best can do in this situation. He also wanted to become a baking expert for a local and national shows. But I told Abhishek, of course not. It's great to have a big goals, but it's you need to make sure that it should give you a desired result, or if it's possible or not. So then I finally asked Abhishek, what about threats his baking bakery, like the cake design bakery, might be facing. So of course, when you promote something in market, you will also have the threats as well. So definitely they also had that threats. And then he said that he's not a great people person. Okay. And he just left to start his own business. He was worried about, he knows the recipe. He was a good, like the baker, you can say the recipe was really good, but has some really good ideas on how to improve them as well. Also, they heard that, but the threat was there was a national bakery chain. There was another chain with a big budget is about to open in town. So there was some nearby area, there was new bakery was about to start. That was one of their competitor, or you can say threat. But they were not sure if they can compete on price. Okay, price wise, they were good to go. So we can do analysis based on what case study that I share. So let's evaluate the result and what all this could mean for his business. So we know they are creative, and the founder, who's like Abhishek, is one of the company's biggest assets. Okay, and has the potential to be high profile spokesperson. Okay, we also knows that the staff is talented, but there is a bit of revolving door for employees. There were people like the employees will keep changing and changing. Retention was they were lacking on retention as well. And we see there are going to be increased competition from a national brand, and possibly a former employee who knows company secret. So let's that was a team of 5 people, like the 5 baker, and some of them actually moved to some other business, and they also started their own bakery shop. So of course it created a competition for them. Okay, so what do you think? What Abhishek do? Because it seems like Abhishek could be more focused externally and position himself as an influencer, right? He has a good recipe. He knows how to improve, because his celebrity image can help brand and protect you against competition. To do that, the company would probably need to hire a manager, and Abhishek would. But again, Abhishek would have to go give up some control of the business, because he was not a people management person. He was lacking on that, definitely. Well, that's why there are a lot of people, there were a lot of employees, they were backing out in the after some time. So that move could also help with employee turnover. Okay, if they hire a manager. And as far as the lack of their social media strategy, their business could, because they were also lacking on social media strategy a lot. Okay, so the agency, so their business could work with a small agency to develop a plan. Definitely, if you are lacking on the social media strategy, you can definitely hire a small agency who can help you with the strategy and the plan. The agency could also train 1 or 2 of his employees, who would then have social media and content marketing as part of their jobs. Okay, I've seen like they actually there are agencies who's actually training people on these their companies. I have done that, like training the people in the company, and then they can design their strategy. Just a minute, guys. Yeah, sorry. So what do you think? What Abhishek should do? Like, definitely he should hire one manager so that they can retain their employees, and they could also hire one of the agency who can help them with the strategy, or the agency can train their employees as well. And of course, this is just the beginning of the recipe for their business, but it gives an idea of what to get started, because they are clueless, to be honest. That right now they're clueless. They have no strategy. So I generally recommend people, if you do not have any strategy initially, you should hire an agency who can help you to design your strategy, or they can train your employees initially, and then your employee can become an influencer. They can run these social media campaigns. There are agencies who do all these things as well. By accessing your strength, they will gonna check your what are the strength, what are the weaknesses that you have, opportunities and threats. And honestly and critically, your business can get a clear picture of where you are and what you need to do to get where you want to go. Okay, after this analysis, you will have a clear picture where exactly you want to go. So here, if you see the recommendation, I recommended Abhishek. He can go as an influencer. They can hire a manager. They can get serious with their social media strategy by hiring an agency. Okay, and what could be the outcome? They can see more company where your company stand. They will have the clear picture and get to where you want to go. So at least they should have the strategy before they move to the social media platform. And this is what is recommended to everyone. So yeah, there is one question to slide 6. Okay, as these things that I mentioned, when you do SWOT analysis, make sure you have 3 points in every quadrant of your strength, weakness. Don't create a laundry list. Okay, you need to be honest, but you need to be honest while creating all these points. Keep it short and direct, and it should be aligned with your business goal. Shri, any query from the slide 6 now? Got it. Perfect. Any query? Perfect. Any query from what we discussed? Because this case study is like this one of my friends' case study. We're going to discuss during social media as well, like what they can do on Facebook, what they can do on Instagram. Because it's one of the client kind of friend, like more like a friend of whom I helped with their strategy. I'll tell you what actually we did for their Facebook or what they can do on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and all. So now we're gonna talk about what are the major platforms that we have on social media. But before that, let's take 10 minutes break, because now onwards we're gonna talk about how Facebook works, how Instagram works, how Twitter works, LinkedIn works. All these things I will cover post break.
Yes, we can take a break.
Works?
Yeah, it works.
Awesome. Great. Then let's take 10 minutes break. And
Participants will meet after 10 minutes. We all can have a tea break.
Sorry?
We all can have a tea break. It's like
tea break. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, they are a little bit more sleepy, I think so.
Yeah. Definitely. Let's resume at 3:50.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone.
Hello, sir.
Is everyone here?
Yes, everyone is
Awesome.
here.
Okay, then we can start with the first major platform, which is Facebook. Let me go to the slide. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, awesome. So what's your understanding about Facebook, how corporates should use Facebook, for which objective, and what benefit they can get from Facebook? What do you think? Any idea, any guess, roughly guesses how many monthly users Facebook have? Approx how many monthly users Facebook have? Millions, definitely gonna be millions. Close then. So it's around 23 million. It's around 3, or you can say around 2.5 billion monthly user. Okay, so they are around all over, like with over 2.4 or 2.5, I guess. The latest check that I did, around 2.4 billion monthly users that Facebook have. So Facebook, it's equivalent to a very mass media. Okay, and then you need to look for some of the features. There are some important features that you need to look at that you could offer your business. So some of the features of a Facebook that you can definitely offer to your business. And it's also, you have to, it's important to remember, Facebook's primarily, it's a paid platform, like for advertisement point of view, and from a cost perspective as well, and does provide a good ROI. You will get the ROI as well. But at the same time, it's like for promoting or to reaching mass media, you have to pay some amount. Like in Google Ads, it's a paid campaign that we run. Similarly, on social media also, to run promoted ads or to promotional or sponsored ad, you need to pay something, definitely. But of course, there will be a good ROI as well. And then Facebook also offers sophisticated targeting options. They are like in Google Ads that we saw in the first half. In Facebook also, you can do there are targeting options like location. You can do demographic. You can do like you can target connections, behavior, and based on interest also you can target people on Facebook. So there are a lot of targeting options also available based on age, gender, parental status, based on the connections, based on how people behave on social media, and based on their interest. You can target people also if you are running a paid campaign. Okay, and you can also reach people who have already interacted with your brand or create customer, or you can use a lookalike audience for a wider reach. So when we say you can reach people who actually interacted earlier with your brand, how you will do that? What we call that strategy? When we actually when we are actually interacting with those people who already visited your brand, or they actually perform certain action. If you are remarketing, perfect, bang on. So using a remarketing strategy, you can retarget these people. Okay, you can actually show them more offers and discount, or the way we do for Grow Loyalty program, where you will be sending them thank you notes, giving them offer related to other categories that you have. Those remarketing strategies also applicable for Facebook. And in Google Ads, we have a similar audience. So it's basically similar audience. It's basically cookies of people who visiting another website of similar nature. Like if if I'm more keen on automobile and you are one of the person who also interested into automobile, there might be chances I visited X website, and so that Google can or Facebook can provide your cookie data as well, because we both holds a similar browsing pattern. So I got targeted because I was part of their remarketing list, and you got targeted because you were part of similar audience in case of Google Ads. In case of Facebook, we call it lookalike audience. Okay, people who not interacted with your business, they not visited your website, but they have a similar browsing pattern or their interest or behavior than your own customer. Okay, so you can use remarketing strategy. You can target people, remarket your customer. You can use a lookalike audience as well to reach new customer as well. And definitely Facebook dynamic ads use machine learning to personalize ads to the audience you are trying to reach. Okay, so there's a proper machine learning that is involved to understand whom you want to reach at what time and where exactly you want to reach. Okay, so there's no secret that Facebook has had some high profile privacy issues in recent year. Everyone knows that. Like recently, there are a lot of privacy issue which happened recently, and because of that, as a result, the social networks new focus in on more private conversation, communication between family and friends. And I know like people are not like they are posting, or they are not, because of the privacy issue, they don't share everything, like except the influencer. I'm saying people are more reserved now because of the policy violation. They are more inclined toward private communication, okay, between the family or maybe the friends. So that means you will need to work harder on building relationship. You need to build that trust, being responsive to customer requests. So you need to build that connect now. So social media is, as you people mentioned, it's a platform where you can engage with the customer, right? So when you are engaging with the customer, then you need to win their trust. You need to build the relationship, and you need to be very responsive to customer requests. If they have any requests, you need to respond on a real time as quickly as possible. So one way to do that is through Facebook stories. So you can go with Facebook stories, which let companies direct to customer to messenger. So they can start on one-to-one conversation with them. So from Facebook stories, you can actually, everyone knows that if you replies on stories, you are redirected to the messenger chatbot, right? So brands can use that strategy, because we know people are more reserved now with their data content. So what you can do, you can use Facebook stories. That will going to allow you to move people from like they can move towards your DM, where you can interact with these customers on one-on-one. You can ask for if they have any concern, if they have any query related to your brand, so that you can engage with them more often. So use messenger chatbot, and how people will be redirected to the messenger chatbot by using Facebook stories. So brands are using Facebook stories. So something, if it's actually attracts me, I can just reply, and then I will be redirected to their messenger chat box, where I can connect with the brand one-on-one. But you need to be sure it speaks in your brand voice. If you're using chatbot, then it should not sound like a machine is talking to you. It should like the brand voice, and it's answer all the designed to help and not frustrate yourself. Or you can say, I've seen you must be using a chatbot where then WhatsApp also, there are a lot of chatbot where you are asking something, but the response is like select this X, Y, Z, 1 or 2 or 3, but your query is not related to 1 or 2 or 3, but machine bot will keep asking your answer query is wrong, we are unable to understand. Don't do that. So make sure when you're using chatbot, you do not have to frustrate users. So are your customers passionate about your product or services? And if they are actually so, you may want to develop a group cater to their interests and needs. You can create a groups also. You know that feature, Facebook have that option to create a groups. What we are doing, we are starting with the stories, redirecting people to the chatbot where you can connect one-on-one, and at the same time you can create your own group with a group of people who have similar interests and needs. Okay, think a Facebook group as a community, and be sure to allocate sufficient resource to manage. So if you're creating a group, there should be a person to actually interact with these people more. Okay. You should also establish group rules. So you can create a rule so people know how to behave. Okay. Create that rules initially. Be creative, and you can, above all, give members some freedom also. At the same time, with all the rules, you can't restrict people. Okay. So be creative and give members some freedom to have conversation with to have conversation without you. Okay. That way your group will become a valued destination for your customer. Then only it will make more sense. Otherwise, you can't just create a group, create a lot of rules. People will unable to share their experience. They will unable to ask anything. Don't do that. Don't restrict them. If you have created a group, assign a proper resource who can engage with them. So, and then if you have the, that way your group will become a value destination for your brand, basically. So if you are ready to go live, then only you create all this. Also, one of the feature that you know about the Facebook, what is the feature name that we have in Facebook where you can interact with people on a real time? Feature through which you can interact with your customer. Facebook Live. So using Facebook live stream video, that's the right answer, Aishwarya. Awesome. Okay, so you use your Facebook live stream video. That could give an ideal way to engage customer by testing out new offerings. So give them new offerings showing behind the scene content. So basically, how you going to use Facebook live stream? You can give them offer, like the new offer detail. You can show them behind the scene content, because that's gonna create a story line, and you can just launch your product as well using a Facebook live stream. So there are brands, they are launching their product and services using Facebook live stream. They are using them to give them new offers. They are also sharing a lot of videos, or they are going live stream to show them what's happening, who all are involved behind this strategy or behind this brand, basically. So it creates some interest within the customers. So, but just be sure to practice before you go live. Like, don't just use Facebook live stream; it goes bizarre as well. So you need to be well prepared before you go live. Practice. So your spokesperson, like the person who's gonna be using that live stream, that spokesperson should be comfortable, and you give a customer a reason to tune in. Okay. So Facebook is also providing companies with a better control over where their ads might show. So in terms of privacy that we had issue earlier, now there is a certain control that Facebook is also providing. Okay. So in an era of a fake news, like you can see there are a lot of fake news which is there around. That's more important than ever. Okay. So there are few control that that brand will wanna have, where they can restrict their ad to show in certain content, so that their brand image should not be hampered in any way. And remember, you also need to pay attention to user privacy consideration when you are targeting them, because of Facebook activity, customer can track and opt out third-party sites as well, and disconnect their browsing history from your account. So be careful with that. Okay. So when would Facebook be a good option for your brand? What do you think? When would Facebook be a good option for your brand? Just a key summary. What we did, we used the Facebook story. Through that, we directed a customer to our Facebook chatbot, where we interacted with them one-on-one. And then we also know who all our customer and what's their interest. Based on their interest, we created a groups for them, where I assigned a resource who can interact with these people more often. Okay. And give them some freedom also. Don't restrict it. Let them speak. Let them share their experience as well. Okay. So after using that Facebook group, you can also use Facebook live stream. So brand can use live stream, so they can show behind the scene option. They can launch their product. They can talk about more of their offering. But there was a key point to note, that before you use Facebook live stream, your spokesperson should be well prepared and should be comfortable with the feature. Okay. Any query so far? And of course, in terms of brand image, we have option in Facebook where you can restrict your ad to show on the content which is not relevant, or you can say it can impact your brand image or value. Any question? Anyone have? All good? Virat, yes, that campaign, I saw that campaign. Soon I heard about that as well. Okay. See, so they tie up with the influencer, basically the celebrity, as a spokesperson, okay, who are actually comfortable with the camera, who can speak well without hesitating with their customer. See, when you use influencers and the spokesperson, of course, you have that weightage because they don't have that phobia, like a camera phobia. You can say they are good speaker. They can make sure that your brand is have a clear image in front of the customer. Okay, so you can tie up with the influencers as well, but that works really well in case of Instagram. We'll talk about that as well. So what I asked, when would Facebook be a good option for your brand? You can consider it for the cost effective and targeting, because definitely there are a lot of targeting options available. You can use live videos, you can use chatbot for the customer service, and interest-based groups also you can create that can turn customer into ambassador. Okay, because they will feel like they will have a freedom, they can speak, they can discuss, they can tell all their experience. So make sure whenever you use these features, use wisely. Create your strategy. Okay, there should be a flow, there should be a proper funnel. Okay, these are the main features that I would recommend to go with in case of Facebook. In case of Instagram, what's your opinion? I can see there is a point that I added, influencer, that you were also telling, that Virat campaign, because that really gonna work if they are also use Instagram, or if they are they're running their campaign on Instagram. So what's your opinion about Instagram? More reach. I remember you people mentioned Instagram, more reach, more, like you also mentioned, it's easier, it has easier UI. So all that, it's basically, you can say Instagram describe the perfect, it's a blend of art and commerce. And in many ways, that's exactly what it is. What started out as an ad-free Instagram, if you remember, if you know, it was an ad-free photo sharing social network, and has now turned into a multifaceted visual platform for people and business. It became now a business for most of the advertiser. And I guess that's not surprising, since the app is owned by Facebook. People know Facebook, actually they generated so much revenue out of this paid marketing, and then it was later actually take over by the Facebook. Instagram take over by the Facebook. So you should not be surprised if Facebook or Instagram also have a lot of paid ads or promotional ads, because the most profitable social network that we have is Facebook, and also now the Instagram, because it's introduced business account. They added options, they add options, they started with the live videos, and they also are working very hard with Instagram to become a new mall. It's like a mall, isn't it? Facebook and Instagram, now it's became the new mall. Influencer marketing on Instagram works best for brands. True. I'm agree on that. Influencer marketing works really well on Instagram. And then you can, and there on Instagram, there's several ad formats which is available. So there is photo ads, there is a video ads, there is a stories ads. And then if you have noticed, people ads swipe up collections. Swipe upable collections option is there on the people. You must have seen a swipe option that they use in their stories, isn't it? So you can use that feature as well. Along with your stories, you can use swipeable collection and ads in its Explore tab. In Explore tab also, you can have the ads as well. You can target customer here also. Definitely, if you are talking about the paid marketing on Facebook and Instagram, we also have to think from the targeting perspective. So definitely here also we have option to target people based on location, demographic, their behavior, lookalike customer, and automatic targeting. Everything is also possible on Instagram as well. Meme marketing works well, works really well. And then let's like a brand like Gap. If you everyone knows the Gap as a brand, they upload so many catalog on Instagram that's a true example, to be honest. And user can find and shop for product right in the app, right? So they don't have to go anywhere. While they're using Instagram, they can go to the catalog and they can purchase, right? Right hashtag help from promote posts to get featured in explore section. Yes, true. So use hashtag, use stories, use take a help from the influencer, and then if you want to know, if you're looking for let's say ideas also, there are Instagram blog which is also available. And then you can, and all they have to do is, it's just a click on the shopping bag on photos or videos. It's just photos and videos, it's just a shopping bag. You just click over there and you can purchase. Even if you see some of the restaurant even alter their lighting, right? The decor to make sure their place looks good in photos. They are trying to give customer an Insta worthy experience, to be honest, right? Insight also help a lot. Yeah, insights, it's also one of the things that actually gonna help you a lot in terms of understanding how people are actually behaving, and you can get a lot of input, or in terms of data analysis also it helps. So if you're looking for an idea on Instagram, you can actually use a blog. They have this proper blog that provides brands with tips, and they have creative inspiration to get the most out of this app. Okay. So, and Instagram has its own group of influencers. Everyone knows this. They have their own group of influencers, and they have a celebrity, nano, and micro influencer with around 10,000 followers, if I'm not wrong, right? So they have the group of influencer you can take and help from them, because they have a lot of influencer. When we were talking about the Google ads, we talked about the publisher who has very good traffic on their website. Similarly here, we are you can say influencer is somehow acting like a publisher. They are selling inventory and they're selling their cookie database to Google. Here we are influencer, they are saying we have 10,000 followers. So if I post anything, these 10,000 people will be looking at your ad. Okay. So it's a good way to reach more people, to be honest. So the brand can work with influencer to help increase the reach. Definitely you can get a more reach and authenticity of your campaign. Okay. But if this is really important point, like I've seen people go wrong in this. So, but if you do, be sure your influencer disclose their commercial relationship with you. Okay. That is really important. I've seen people, they don't disclose that. So make sure they disclose their commercial relationship with you. How can one spread across increased reach and have organic follower? Content is a key. Quick interaction. Whenever initially you are posting something, post which can get people attention, what they actually looking for. Okay, what time you should post. So you need to do a data analysis, SWOT analysis. I remember you need to see if this is your content, who all will be interested in this content, where at what time they will be looking at this. Okay, and what kind of content they would love to see in your post. So think from the customer perspective, create a content, look for the timing. Okay, and based on the people engagement, whatever people comment, or if they ping you, you need to have a proper resource who can answer them. So these influencer, of course there are some influencer, they are using promotion, like you can say sponsored post, and there are some which are actually going organic. So if you want to increase the organic followers, you need to have a very, very unique strategy, to be honest. I'll share one of the client, they were into fitness, to be honest, like one of the client in Maharashtra, I was working with them. and they were into fitness. It's one of the fitness center, and the kind of and their concern was, I remember, they come up with the request that they want to increase the followers on their Facebook. They want to increase the page follower, the likes and share. People are not interacting with them. So I asked them whether if they are active on their Facebook, but they said the people who have taken the membership for their fitness center, they are super rich people. They are from the high segment. They are not active on Facebook. And why will they interact with the brand on social media? So their membership might be costing them around 1 lakh rupees, 2 lakh rupees, and these are the segment who are not active on on Facebook, to be honest. So, but at the same time, they wanted to increase Facebook likes and share and comment. So what I did there, so you need to think what exactly your advertiser want. They wanted to increase Facebook like, and who all were their target audience? Their members who can actually influence new customer. They wanted to keep their existing customer engaged so that they can refer the other people. But the challenge was these people are not active. So what strategy I basically proposed them, that you need to think these people whom they are interacting on a daily basis. So when you have a fitness center and when you have a customer from higher segment, okay, with whom they are interacting most on a daily basis on fitness center. Let's say if you are a fitness freak, if you enroll yourself for any fitness center, or you have purchased any membership, fitness center membership, once you visit there, with whom you interact most? Trainers, fitness trainer, personal trainer. Why don't we target these trainers who are actually interacting with these high segment people on a daily basis? Reception. Okay. I was not able to do anything for the receptionist, to be honest, but I could able to help trainer visibility. So what I proposed then, let's run an event for trainers. Okay, a campaign for trainers, like the best Zumba trainer, best yoga trainer, or you can say best personal trainer campaign on Facebook. And we'll tell them these trainer can win that title if they get the maximum comment on their post. So we created one post for each trainer. So one day, Monday was the best Zumba trainer category. Tuesday it was best yoga trainer, and then so on. And what we recommended on Monday, we posted 5 creative. That means 5 trainer. And then we asked them to get the maximum like, share, comment, or amazing recommendation related comment on their post. So what they did actually, they requested these high segment people. Ma'am, so I really want to win that title, and can you just help me with that? If you can just like my post, can you just comment there? Because see, when you interact with these trainers, you develop that rapport. So trainers have that rapport with high segment clients. So what we did, it's a win-win situation. Trainer got the title, and at the same time, we were able to interact with the high segment people. And they actually, what happened earlier, they used to have some around, I think 2 lakh Facebook followers or likes they used to have. And later after this campaign, they built around 5 or 5.6 lakh within a month. I'm saying it was organic campaign. So you need to come up with a unique design campaign, basically. Identify target audience, yes. Determine what they need. Check out what the competition is offering, analyze data, and then create post accordingly. Yes. But here the example that I gave you, it's all about the idea, creativity. Your campaign should be creative, and you need to think, like definitely the point that you mentioned, who all are your target audience, and what exactly they are looking for, and how you can reach them in the more engaging manner. So what these people did, they actually liked, comment, they added, they shared even their personal trainer post as well. So what happened, because of that, their Facebook reach had they got amazing reach. there are so many likes got increased. People started engaging with their Facebook page, and trainers at the end, they got the title. They won that title. And at the same time, if trainer have to move somewhere else, they have to apply in some other fitness center, they can always share this Facebook page with a post that there are so many good comments that people actually added for that trainer. That's actually a win-win situation. So they actually convince these people to add comment. So, but what we made, what was the condition there? Likes, comment, share will be only counted if that person have actually followed or liked your Facebook page. Because until unless they will not like the Facebook page, you can't increase the reach. Because then if I'll post something, that will not reach to their personal feed. So to reach to their personal feed, I have to make sure that they should like your Facebook page. Okay. And the vote will only count if they like the Facebook page, and then they have to like the personal trainer post or share or comment. So when you say organic, you have to have a unique strategy, to be honest. Okay, unique storyline. Okay, clear? So you can use, as I mentioned, you can use Instagram blog that will give you a lot of tips. Okay, it has groups of influencer, it has a group of celebrities which can share a lot of strategies with you. This technique are used by my college clubs. Awesome. 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 So it worked. I hope so. It worked. It worked. And yes, it did. Awesome. See, everywhere people are using all these strategy and they're getting a result out of this, basically. So you can, the point that I mentioned about, we were just talking about the Instagram influencer. So when you are actually have tied up with these influencer, you need to make sure these influencers disclose their commercial relationship with you, because otherwise they and you could risk running afoul of the FTC. What is FTC? Basically Federal Trade Commission, who actually block all these accounts if you do not give a right information, or you are risking your own brand image, to be honest. So make sure you have that commercial relationship with these influencers. But one of the biggest success happened when Instagram borrowed from the Snapchat. Everyone knows this. Instagram got borrowed from the Snapchat and they launched Instagram stories. Okay. With stories, users and company can create a short and fun sequential video, right? They can create a short videos as well, and they can add a photo movement along with the GIF. They can add text, they can add doodles, they can add use augmented reality for their Instagram video stories as well. And brand can save their best videos as stories highlights. Instagram have that option for highlights as well. So whatever the best creative or augmented reality they have used for the Instagram stories, they can also save that in the stories highlights as well. So that will start appearing on the top of the feed. And if we talk about the bakery that that one of my friends cake design bakery, they also actually now they are very active on Instagram. Okay, so what are the types of things they could do on Instagram? So they could advertise on story or live stream a baking day. So they run that storyline baking day when they are done with their live stream. So after the live stream of the recipe and how you cook and how you can bake and everything, they could share the video replay on stories and target their audiences or lookalike audiences. You can definitely do remarketing also. So once you do a live stream, you can upload that video and you can target people again and again. Okay, and you can also using lookalike audience, you can target new customers also. So they could, and they also created a hashtag. There's some hashtag that they created, like a creator to bake or something. I don't remember. And they actually encourage customer to tag their photos and stories that the company could comment or reshare. So there are a lot of people who use that hashtag, and then it became like famous. Like there are good number of followers they have now, and then that is the key basically for the Instagram. The key of the Instagram is basically visual creativity. Instagram, it's all about the images, videos and everything. So you need to be very creative. Visually, you need to be very strong. So post images and videos that capture your customer imagination and attention. So whenever you run something, it should capture the customer attention. Okay. And when you get that attention, you need to be very proactive when interacting with them. So they will be more likely to engage with your ads when they live up to the Instagram aesthetic. True. So make sure you use hashtag, use stories. You can tie up with the influencer. You can take a help from the blog, Instagram blog, where you will see a lot of influencers, and it's a community where which shares the best practice. You can add a category on Instagram so that people can click and buy product. You can target customer using location, demographic, interest, lookalike, or the remarketing based. Use Instagram features like the videos, stories, swipeable collection option, explore tab, all this, and you can create a business account. Of course, using business account, you will gonna do that. And then you can go with the live videos as well. Okay. And then after this important features of Instagram, the next important point, platform, colors and aesthetic play crucial role. Yes, I agree. Staying up to the customer current trend helps to create the most relevant content in the particular time period. Bang on. I do agree. +1 on that. What should be frequency of posting by brands on Instagram? Depends. At least one post in a day. I would recommend one post in a day. They must also tag all the people involved in, yes, in order for them to share across, like promote them so that they can promote you and win-win situation. Of course, influencer can do that for you. Yes, tag them, use hashtag, be active on social media, use very high quality images. There should be a storyline on your videos. You can go live as well. Save that recording, remarket people, use lookalike to capture new customer maybe. What is WhatsApp? Why WhatsApp marketing ban? I mean, that we need to discuss this separately. It's again, it's a big story behind that. So for that, I would take another session later, hopefully someday. But yes, there is some serious issue happened. So we'll discuss that as well later. Okay, and then I'll talk about Twitter. Relate to the customer, share your story, as emotional marketing also helps in attracting the customer. True. People are actually, if you can emotionally connect with the people, that's awesome. Whatever you post, people should think कि यही तो होता है. मेरे साथ भी यही होता है. मतलब like यही तो हम लोग देखते हैं on a daily basis. So they should interact. Remember, there was an ad by Discovery ad was there when there is a very small kid. She was acting like very matured one. She was acting one of the serial character, right? Tata Mahindra ads. Discovery, I like that Discovery ad. If you can watch that, like usme choti si bachi hai, and then she's acting like your TV serial Saas Bahu wala TV serial girl. And then mother asked what happened, and they said ki it's all because what you watch whole day. People are actually started behaving what they watch on a daily basis. So make sure for kids you use Discovery so that they become more creative rather than they are copying TV serial character. It was very catchy ad. So emotionally, if you can connect, it's great. Dove campaign for real beauty. I really like that. They run a lot of campaigns. Dove, their website, if you go to Dove websites, it's all about the promotion. It's all about the testimonials. It's all about people's stories, women's stories. And they do share a lot of testimonials, and they actually value people feedback. So Dove as a brand, they have a very emotional connect with the customer, definitely. How can we measure ROI and define success through social media strategy? That we're gonna discuss. It's there in the upcoming slide. When we gonna discuss about the peso model, we'll discuss this, Nitika. And then it's all about the Twitter. Okay, so what's your idea about the Twitter? what do you see most, how Twitter can help customer, and why you use Twitter account? Use for quickest updates. Bang on. More opinionated platform. Okay. What else? Quickest update plus one opinionated platform. What exactly it means? More keywords about Twitter. Crisp, precise data. Right. More of blogging. Okay. I feel staying neutral is crucial on Twitter. Share your opinion, but make sure you hurt no one's sentiments. True. More personal. Yeah. People actually go emotional when they use Twitter, because, and that is the place actually which will give you the latest update, to be honest. So where do you go to find out what's going on in the world? Twitter. It's the place, actually, I would say it's the place we discover the latest information or breaking news. In fact, Twitter, a CMO called it, it's a place to see what's happening right now. Whatever happening right now, you can see that on Twitter. Helps to get quick feedback and information as well. Yes, Bhavya, true. Even you won't believe, if there is an earthquake also, people tweet about it. If you feel earthquake and you Google it, you see the result only about the Twitter. People are actually putting that they actually experience that. PM tweets, promoted tweets, ISRO tweets, DRDO, PM tweets. Okay, PM tweets, yeah, the same. I thought it's promoted tweets, yeah, Twitter. No, okay. PM, ISRO tweets, DRDO tweets. Yes, you can follow all these as well. So basically, it's whatever happening right now, you can see that it's there on the Twitter. And that's been one of the Twitter's main challenges as well. So people just don't understand what it does. I have my personal experience that when I interacted with people, their understanding it's about the Twitter is it's not actually what it does. Okay, so it's a fast-paced news feed, basically can make you, even it can make you feel like you are always behind. I experience it whenever I open Twitter, I feel like I am always behind, and it's been seen as home for online trolls and harassment, as you mentioned. So you have to be very sure about what you are posting. Trending hashtag movement, Biden Harris elections. Yes. So if you see that at the same time, there are a lot of trolls, there are a lot of harassment also happen on all these platforms. But Twitter being making adjustment, like they are making adjustment, a lot of adjustment, like adding better control over how you hide replies, okay, or block cyber bullies, and moving to a simplified algorithm newsfeed that show you more content they think you will like. Okay, you can restrict it now. You can restrict all these tweets as well, but they are improving towards that because of the lot of trolls, a lot of harassment things happen actually. So they are working on it. And like many social network, Twitter putting a big emphasis on videos as well. You can see, and especially live streaming. Okay, if you know that they partnered with a big big sports, big entertainment and news outlet to be a source of a live video content, like the Oscar red carpet. The Oscar red carpet pre-show, they actually had they tie up for the live video content. In addition to taking users behind the scenes, this also offers brands a chance to engage with customer virtually at a major event. That I do agree on that. I'm sure you people also agree on that. What do you think of, okay, which platform is better for small business? Okay, what do you think of Twitter as a promotional platform like Facebook and Instagram? Is it a worthy you can use promoted tweets to get the reach, to be honest, but again you need to have a very clear strategy, to be honest. For Twitter, people can troll you like anything. Of course, every social media have their own consequences, but I have experienced Twitter have that one of the thing. that remember is customer expectation often match the speed of the platform. So you need to be very quick. So if you're using if you're using Twitter, you need to be top of the what's happening all over the world. But in case of Facebook and Instagram, the audience might not be they might not be aware what's happening around. But in Twitter, you have a smart audience. So when you use, isn't criticism crucial for growth? At certain level, but again, it's not part of ethics and you say the right marketing. I would say it can be one way, but it's not. I would recommend personally, or no good marketer would recommend to go with this. But yes, there are agency who, or there are some brands who go with that, but not recommended, to be honest. So the point is, people get trolled, harassment, yes, but at the same time, you need to be top of this, like what's happening, because in Instagram and LinkedIn, Instagram and Facebook, your people or the audience it's not the same that you have in Twitter. Definitely, they are okay. Do you think that LinkedIn is also somewhere these days used to build self-brand than just networking? Yes, of course, true. There are certain features now we have in LinkedIn who can actually works towards building the self-brands image. Yes, I agree on that. Criticism are crucial for growth. I would say it's good, but you need to have a proper resource to answer that. Why we are saying you need to have an influencer? Why we are saying you need to have a spokesperson? Why we are saying you need to align proper resource? Because these are the people who can actually handle this. Okay, first, there should not be such situation. But if there is a criticism, you are getting trolled, then definitely you need to have a backup of this. You can't let go people speaking about all this, to be honest. Okay, then yeah, this is what I feel. At the same time, if we talk about the example that we were discussing about Abhishek's cake design bakery, okay, so you can add your top customers and influencer to a list. So there is a feature called list. Do you know this? Twitter list. So it's basically, that's a great way to organize who you follow by theme. So you can create a theme. So there is a list that you can create. The one actually someone highlighted in the previous comment. You can create that list. We call it Twitter list, and it's basically it's a way to create a theme. Basically, for instance, as I mentioned, the Abhishek Cake Bakery. Okay, before I'll talk about the Twitter list, I forgot to highlight that this point. Like some of the Twitter other features, it also includes DM. Direct message card is also available for the customer service. So in Twitter, if you want to connect one-on-one, there is a direct message card also available. Then brand can include button. So if you have noticed, in some tweets, there is a button that take customer to various DM account. So in Facebook, what we said, stories to DM, and here what we are saying, in tweets, there is a button which can actually redirect customer to a various DM account where their question can be handled privately. If you don't want to answer or you don't want to discuss openly, you can discuss all this in DM. For that, you need to give that button option to customer so that they can click and they can connect with you on DM, and then you can answer their queries, to be honest. Rather than openly discussing about all, you can discuss that on DMs as well. But if you are using Twitter for customer service, you need to be responsive, very quick. Okay, and the list, as I mentioned, you can create a theme. Okay, and that works really well. So similarly, this bakery shop that I was just talking about, they also used they added top customers and influencers in that list that they created. Twitter list, they added influencer, and they added their customers as well. Small businesses these days are 90% focused on reels to have more engagement, and this is increasing their conversion rates. Do you think the same strategy can't be used in hotel and fitness industry? Definitely you can use it, but you need to have a proper storyline. Again, our objective is not to viral one video. If you have opted for reel as a feature to engage with your customer, then you need to make sure you have a proper storyline. What should be the first reel? What should be the second reel? What would be the third reel? It should, like, people should connect with the first reel and the fifth reel. You can't just post anything. As a brand, I'm not talking about as an influencer. Influencer, they put a lot of content from about the different topics, to be honest. But as a brand, you need to stick to one storyline. So if you opted for reels, you can use it. Hotel and fitness industry can use it, but you need to have that storyline. Okay. Whenever you using reels, anything related to video, make sure you have a story. Okay, we'll talk about this. Is one of the slide we have where I'll discuss about how we can create storyline, to be honest. Okay. So the Abhishek's bakery that I was talking about, they curated a feed also, where you can see what they are talking about without the distraction of the main feed that they used to run earlier. And it's let you find opportunity where your brand can jump into a conversation, or or help in a more natural way, to be honest. And the Twitter's approach to advertising is built around the concept of promoted tweets. Okay, everyone knows this. Promoted tweets, it's basically that they use, and they include they included text, and they included text with link. Okay, and they've included Twitter cards also. There is a visual below tweets that displays photo, GIF, videos in that promoted tweets. And you can use promoted tweets to build followers. You can use that for engagement, increase web traffic, generate awareness for the app, or you can use for a quick promote to amplify an individual tweet fast. You can use that promoted Twitter cards, or you can say promoted tweets for the fast realism. And you can also use, there is a if you notice in the promoted tweets, there is an offer. They also offer promote mode, okay, which is a monthly subscription that's automatically boosts all your brand tweets. So if you opt for the promote mode, which is the monthly subscription, you need to pay some amount. They will only gonna boost all the tweets that you will gonna post. Okay, and then Twitter's live video, and then easy to use promoted tweets let brands amplify organic content or create posts for paid campaigns, basically. So once you have the visibility, of course, your organic post will also get the visibility, also get the reach as well. And Twitter, I would say it's also a good way to engage customer and provide quick customer service. The thing to remember is customer expectation often match the speed of the platform. That's the main thing that you need to be sure about. If you are using Twitter, you need to be very quick on the platform. So when you are having a conversation on Twitter, make it as close to real time as you can. Use Twitter, all their features, but you need to be very quick. You need to know what's happening in the world, what your competitors are doing. You can't just, because as we also know, people can troll. They can do a lot of harassment related, those comments can be seen over there. So you need to have a proper strategy. Okay, try if they can, they can speak in person on DM so that you can address their concern. Okay, so use those features as well. So what we can use, you can use Twitter for customer service. You can list way to monitor conversation. You can advertise approach around promoted tweets. Newsfeed is there, live stream is there, promoted tweets is there, and then you can use promoted tweets to increase. Okay, I forgot this. Yeah, this point. It can increase your web traffic. It can generate your app awareness, quickly amplify a post. All these things are basically, you can say it's a benefit for the promoted tweets. Okay. And make sure the last point that I highlighted, keep it as close to real time. According to you, platform like Twitter or Facebook healthcare related research. How can that be done, and if it is useful according to you, like Twitter or Facebook help in healthcare? Uh, okay, so you need to understand the mindset of customer when they use Facebook. Why they generally use Facebook? To connect with their friends, family members. Uh, uh, they generally they I would say they post happy moments. They want to. It's like their personal zone, to be honest. But in case of Twitter, you are actually share your opinion, like the professional opinion, to be honest, where you can speak on a particular topic. The objective of Facebook is different than the Twitter. People are sharing their concern on Twitter. They are sharing their opinion on Twitter. Wherein in the Facebook, people are actually using it as a lighter platform where you can connect with with your friends and family members. Maybe you can share your happy moments by a video or maybe a post, maybe images or stories format. So for healthcare related research, do you really think your target audience will use Facebook for healthcare related research? Done, and if it is useful. I would personally recommend Twitter can help you with that, because there are a lot of groups, or you can say forums, which is there on Twitter. There are a lot of lists which is there where people actually they talk about they tweet about what they think about their healthcare related research, what's happening around. I would say that is better platform than the Facebook for the healthcare. Okay, but depends what exactly you are promoting. Okay, is that answer a query, or you have a different opinion? You can tell me based on your experience, if you had any experience, Bhavya. So there's no I would say there's no all these platforms have their own way to work. Facebook, think when customer use Facebook, what mindset they are into. When they use Twitter or they use LinkedIn, what exactly why they actually using LinkedIn, why they are using Twitter. I also had that perception that Twitter could be more useful for search purposes. Yes, bang on. But just wanted to understand it better through your. Okay, perfect. I would say Twitter in this industry, in healthcare related research, where people might be they are adding their views, their point of views for that research. Where Facebook, they will not use that. Facebook is not the right platform to speak about your opinion. It's all about engaging with the people. Okay, so yes, Twitter, I would recommend Twitter is more helpful. LinkedIn, networking in field of work. Networking in field of work. Yes, LinkedIn, of course. We got the next topic that I'm going to talk about is LinkedIn. And yeah, okay. This is something, it's something that you people now needs to be very active on. Like if you are final year students or third year students or the first like fourth semester students, maybe LinkedIn is something that you definitely should use. So what exactly your thoughts about the LinkedIn? Networking, I got that keyword, networking. What else? It's listed already here though. On the slide you can see all these points. But okay, let's talk about LinkedIn then. So basically it's like a journal, to be honest. It's like a Wall Street Journal of the social media platform. Do you know Wall Street Journal? Search about it. Okay, okay, so you will be able to relate them. So it's like a Wall Street Journal for the social media platform. Okay, and these days it provides a great option for business, including publishing live videos and ads. It's also a place to build and manage your professional network. Okay, you already added all these points. Discover and follow companies and influencers. Networking, job referral through contacts. Yes, hire, get hired. Awesome. A place where we can basically come together with people with different and similar opinion to broaden our thinking horizon as well. Bang on. Bang on. This is if you know how these platforms work, what is your objective? If your objective is aligned with the LinkedIn customers or the people who are using LinkedIn, you definitely go with it. Okay. So it's basically, it's built, as I mentioned, you can use this, or it's a place to build and manage your professional network, discover and follow companies. You can follow companies and influencers also. And yes, it can be used, definitely can be used to find a job. Okay. So LinkedIn publishing tools let you create content, and it's also position yourself or your business as a thought leader. Okay, you can use that as one of the to create a thought leader image. To be honest, use hashtag to make your post and update more discoverable, and follow their topic where you can add values. Okay, use hashtag your industry is using to stay on top of news trends and decide if these topic can actually add a value. Okay, when you have a company page, okay, so you can also have a company page on LinkedIn, everyone knows this. Okay, so when you have this company page also, you can invite followers, promote your post. Okay, because it's a company page, so you need to promote as well initially, and then promote a page, promote your content, create text ads, dynamic ads, customize your audience for the targeting purpose, and prospect, who can be the prospect, and sponsored email messages also. You must have seen this feature, email messages. So use that feature. LinkedIn also have that, considering you can run a paid campaign. So definitely we need a right customer audience targeting strategy as well. So you need to know whom to target, what should be a location targeting, the company, if it's a B2B business, basically, if you are into, then education, maybe you might be looking for the demographic details, experience detail, or basically people interest detail. So it should match audience and give companies several options to get your content in front of the people you are trying to reach, basically. So when you filter these audiences, you need to have these clear picture about all these information. Okay, what's their education, because in LinkedIn you will be looking at all these information. You might be targeting people based on companies, you might be targeting people based on education, might be based on their experiences, job experiences, maybe based on the job roles. So here the topics it's different than what we used in the Facebook and Instagram. So recently, if you know, videos become a bigger part of the LinkedIn experience, right? So user can record and upload mobile videos to make update more visually engaging, with behind the scene videos also. So you can use behind the scene video of your company or a new product launch, or you can use LinkedIn Live. But again, spokesperson needs to be the right, it should be well prepared. So you can use the LinkedIn Live. Let's brand live stream videos, like events and company news as well. Okay, and one more thing that I want to mention, the features that been around for a while in LinkedIn, and in my opinion, it's a worth a second look. It's a LinkedIn group. Have you ever used LinkedIn group? What's your idea about the LinkedIn group? I've used it. Nikita, what's your Nitika? What's your opinion about the LinkedIn group? So basically, with LinkedIn group, you can create and you can manage the community. You can exchange ideas. You can share a lot of links. Okay, the informative links, and you can collaborate with people as well. Collaboration is the main objective. It's for professional with common interest. Yes. So when people with the same interest are part of same group, they can share their lot of links, informative links. They can exchange their ideas, and you can also collaborate with these people for your own objective. Okay. So the key is to start organically initially and post content your customer want, and basically what's their need, and answer their question they have about your brand or about your business. So again, you need to be very attentive, or the customer service point of view also, you need to be very quick. As with I would say with my okay, so the group I was a part of was a student group where we actually were trying to be updated with events across different universities. Yes. So similarly, there are a lot of LinkedIn groups where there are a lot of influencers, or you can say digital marketers, a group of digital marketer, or a group of people from health industry or maybe pharma industry or entertainment industry are there, where there people are exchanging their experiences, their ideas. So and you can collaborate with them because it's creating a networking for the collaboration. The main objective is to build the network so that you can actually approach these people for one of your objectives. Okay. And make sure LinkedIn also lets small and medium-sized business. One of you also asked that. Let's small and moderate-sized business owner promote their company offering right from their profile. So if you are a medium-sized business owner, then LinkedIn should be used definitely. I would recommend where you can promote your profiles. So with a paid subscription, everyone knows that with a paid subscription, this entrepreneur that I was talking about, that cake bakeries owner Abhishek, he could feature his baking and cake design services along his personal expertise, because we looked at his case study where he was the experienced one. He has idea about a lot of recipe, how we can improve it, right? So Abhishek could feature his baking and cake design services along with his personal expertise. Okay. And this gives him another way to showcase Cake Design Bakery when his names come up in a search result page. Okay. So and basically everyone knows LinkedIn is the only B2B exclusive social media platform, right? It's a B2B platform. So it's let you and your business showcase who you are and what you do best, basically. And it can also help you help your companies attract customers, employees, partners, like the business partners or any individuals. And it can also let you demonstrate thought leadership and build your networking also. You can build your networking. So you will have more opportunities when you are looking for a client, a staff, or maybe us looking for a client, or maybe for a staff member, or even for the next job. You can use LinkedIn, to be honest. So there are a lot of opportunities which is available which you can actually convert into opportunities. Okay. So you can just need to be very sure when you use LinkedIn, you create that image of thought leadership. Okay. And because there are a lot of professional people are there, so choice of words, networking, and later you can actually pitch, you can just tell them about your experiences, your projects that you handle, so that they can offer you a job. Maybe if they think that your profile matches with their requirement, they can offer you a job. Okay. And LinkedIn people generally use to learn a lot of things from the leaders. Okay, because they are also sharing their experiences using LinkedIn groups also. You can actually collaborate with the other leaders to learn, and you can ask them if they can become your mentor, because for the growth in the corporate you always need a mentor for sure. So you can look for the mentor as well on these LinkedIn platform. Okay. So after this platform, what we need to talk about, how you can, so turning strategy into action, how you can, so once the strategy is designed, how you will gonna act on it. Okay. So where you can, we're gonna discuss about refining your company's content mix, how to create stories, and how we can optimize PESO. Okay. The remember paid, earn, shared, own model, which we call as PESO model. Okay. So with so many uncertainties and all the content marketing changes, it's tough to stay on top of the latest tool and app. Everyone knows this. It's not easy job, definitely. So the question you should be asking is whether your content resonates with your customer. Are they clicking and sharing or passing by? Understanding your customers and their needs always was and always will be the key to your marketing. That's, I'm sure you must be agree on this point. Okay, so handle on your customer, get a handle on your customers by digging into who they are. Look at their demographic behavior, purchases, quotients, and any other customer relationship data your business may have. Okay, from there, uncover insights and trend. Okay, you have to collect all these information. Think about your customers' day. You need to think from their point of view. So think about your customers' day, what social media network they are on, what they need in the moment, how you can help. Okay, if your brand like the cake bakery, perhaps you could focus on shoppable photos, right, that highlights your products or videos with baking and party tips, like Abhishek used it. The range of ideas is endless, basically, to be honest. Endless ideas. Like you also, people mentioned that that's the same strategy that I was discussing about that fitness center. You follow that same strategy for your universities also. So the range of ideas is endless, and they're and different for every business. Okay, so you cannot follow the same strategy for all industries or verticals. You need to have a different strategy for different businesses. So is the content mix that's right for your customer and you. Okay, and it happens when you listen and understand your customer. That's the key. You have to listen what's their customer opinion, what exactly they are looking for, and not just when you blast out sales messages on every single app. I've seen the brands who only post details related to sales. Okay, so make sure you don't do that, because now that doesn't mean you can't do, but at the same time you can't do some selling and promotional post. I am not saying that. You of course definitely do that, but you should put the relationship you have with your customer at the top of your marketing playbook. So build the relationship. That's a key. Before you pitch them for the product, before you showing them sales related ads or something, you need to build that confidence. Definitely a good way to optimize your content is by thinking of it as a series and not a one-off. That example that I gave you, one viral video will not gonna make much difference. You need to have a series, you need to have a storyline. Definitely, so make sure you have that storyline with you. Look at how your stories play out over time on the various social media channels. So you must have posted different videos on these platforms, how it worked basically. For instance, let's say Abhishek's cake design bakery, they could able to create a recipe photos on Pinterest. They use the Pinterest as well. They promoted that pin as well. So they could also share that recipe in a blog post, right? They use that for the blog post, and they included that photo of that recipe on Instagram as well, and for the Facebook post as well. Okay, but they started with Pinterest. And what content management platform should you choose? That is also important. I generally hate to answer that, to be honest, because that another one of those questions where the answer it actually depends, because there are so many variables to consider. Their range of options seems endless. So when you ask which platform should work, I would say it actually depends what actually you're offering. Okay, because there's so many options that we have seen on Facebook. There are a lot of options on Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn. So it's endless, to be honest. So when you're looking for a content management platform, okay, consider what provider you are currently using. Okay, whether or not you are happy with them, what's your budget, and how will you measure ROI. Okay, how big and sophisticated is your team. Okay, do you need a backend that supports multiple users, or would something simpler work better for you? So when you offer customer service, you need a backup, definitely a backup support which can support a multiple queries. Okay, so do any of your existing partners offer solution where you might get a discount? Okay, so if you think don't just settle on the social media management platform. Shop around, ask to test drive other to determine who offers the best solution for your needs. Don't just go with one agency or one agency's recommendation. telling your company story has always been a creative challenges. I've seen people face challenges when they have to create a storyline on social media. So social media has simply added a lot more options, but regardless of the type of content you decide to create or the platform you choose to optimize and manage, your customer are at the center. Irrespective what channel you use, irrespective what feature you use, the main thing is customer needs to be your center. It should be at the center. You should give weightage to their opinion and their queries, definitely. And you need to figure out how to help and build relationship with them, definitely. And that's your content marketing should spot on, and where it's all begin, to be honest. It's a customer satisfaction is the most important. Okay, so and then you must be thinking how we should create a story. So when we say how to create a stories, then you will say once upon a time. Look, even once upon a time, we generally start with that once upon a time. Okay, and then we go blank, because people start posting something on stories with and they leave it clueless, like it's like a Netflix series, and you don't know what's going to happen next. Okay, so you need to have what you can say, this is how I think. Basically, it's my personal opinion. All great stories you should begin. Let's say once upon a time there was a little yellow ghost that wanted to get noticed. Okay, and it's gonna be interesting, huh? Just listen it carefully. Once upon a time there was a little yellow ghost that wanted to get noticed, and it came up with a cool way for people to share fun mini vignette about their lives, and it wrapped them with all sort of shiny glitter and lot of ribbons and bows. And then one day a giant saw this bright colorful package and ripped it upon and shouted, "This is mine and all mine." When you post all these glittered stories and glittered fancy photographs and fancy videos, people think this is something that I want to achieve. So similarly here, a giant saw this bright colorful package, and they just ripped it and they just shouted, "This is mine and all mine." And you must probably know the rest. The big giant I'm talking about here, the big giant did take the stories ideas, and now stories are the one of the most popular feature on Instagram and Facebook. But the little ghost I'm talking about, the little ghost over here, is the Snapchat. So Snapchat should get full credit for creating the format. Okay, so stories are short episodic narratives that combines your images, video, text filter, emojis, gifs, doodles, polls, hashtag you mentioned in a unique and a personal way. They are ideal for capturing an event. They are ideal for the announcement, special occasion, you can say, day in the life of your brand, basically. So they usually disappear, and you also know stories disappears within 24 hours, right? It gets disappear in 24 hours, like Facebook stories or the Instagram stories. They last only for 24 hours, right? So they usually disappear in 24 hours, and they are produced in real time. So you don't need high production values, to be honest, for this. Okay, there's no high production values which is involved. Now it may sound obvious, but the first thing you want to do is come up with an idea or framework for your story. This is the most important. You need to have a framework for your story, something that actually ties it together, even if that is the lowest possible way. Consider what you are trying to convey. Okay, you want to whether you want to convey excitement, whether you want to convey humor, empathy, what will make your story stand out, and what will your call to action be. Okay, so that story format is episodic. There should be a story, but you can add a focus or a plot that keeps user tuned in. Okay, it's like a Netflix stories. You are super excited what's gonna come next. There's a proper storyline which is there, and they leave it blank in between all and they, so that you can actually get excited to what gonna happen next. And be sure to test different combination of visuals, right? use different visuals for the analysis, for the testing, A/B testing, I would say, to see what works best with your customer. Okay, once you have an idea, develop I would say develop a rough storyboard to visualize what would be the scene, how they will flow. Okay, you can do that digitally also, or you can prepare a storyboard like a old-fashioned way. You can sketch up on a piece of paper, maybe like a panel in a cartoon. Okay, and be sure to convince your storyboard vertically, so your finest product is easy to watch, and when your audience is on their phone. Okay, make sure that, because people are using social media a lot on phone or mobile devices. So most of us aren't improved artists, and we do agree with that, who can come up with the witty line at the drop of a hat, right? So that's why you should work on your script beforehand, because either you are a content writer, you are the expert, or if you are not, then you need to take a note, just to have a storyboard, sketch, write notes, and come up with the script. And when I say script, I don't mean a full-fledged screenplay. Okay, again, the best way to look at, like, the comic books for a good model, especially the way they use short bursts of descriptive text to create an create that emotion connection. But no matter how scripted your stories might be, you will want to adapt or add movements on the fly, right? And don't be so over planned. Okay, so when you are doing planning, don't go over planned as well, that every frame of your stories looks like the same. I've seen people creating script and it's looked like same. There's nothing new. I am not excited about what gonna come next. So try to mix it up, show and tell visually and in a mobile first type of way, because people are using the social platform on these mobile devices. So I would recommend use whatever you use, it should be aligned with the mobile. It should be mobile friendly, to be honest. Okay, and then we can talk about Peso. How can you optimize Peso? So when it actually started, so social media was just that it's like a people to talk and connect, right? Initially, then brands moved in, and then they realized they could have conversation with their customer too, right? Initially, we used to use social media to talk and connect with the people. Then there are a lot of companies which actually they started creating their presence on these social media platforms, so that they can connect, or they can build that conversation with the customer too. So the social network had users and now needed a business model to survive. Okay, you need a business model, definitely. So they looked to traditional media, and they decided to embrace advertising and promoted posts as a way to make money. And they encouraged the companies to pay to amplify their content. Okay, and so the world of paid, earned, shared, owned media, or you can say the Peso begin. So model there, and it's like a overlap of discipline, you can say. For example, Facebook, which started out as a place for organic posts, right? Initially, it was just an organic post, is now a home for so many combination of Peso media. At the center of it all are your stories and content, and I don't just mean Instagram, Snapchat, or Facebook stories that disappear 24 hours after you create them. So your challenge is to find the right Peso combination to maximize your reach, to see the impact with your customer without appearing it to be much of a hard sell. So you don't have to like just push your selling, you just focus on the selling point, but you just focus on the customer connection as well. So this model to achieve this, what they call of it is, it's a marketing ground. Okay, a place where marketing, PR, or you can say digital, or you can say experimental or internal, social, customer relationship, all these all come together to create an integrated plan. Okay, so you need to have all mix of this. Okay, the key is to lead with your customer and content, and not necessarily a media buy or a PR program. Okay, that isn't to say you completely abandon the marketing techniques, that worked in the past, but embrace what I call basically the 3 P's. If you know the 3 P's in social media: publish, produce, and promote. Publish, produce, and promote, and then you can pick the peso model, okay, which is paid earned model, right? So you use the PIX model that works for you, okay? So then you can, well, again, it depends on your budget as well. Of course, you need to think from the budget point of view as well, and what is your objective, okay? And making sure you pay attention to your data, okay? Otherwise, you end up wasting your money, to be honest. So adopting data-driven decision making, it lets you test various combination of peso to strike a balance that works for your customers, and it works really well for the brands as well. So the key of a peso is to adapt a scientist mindset, and you can say use your data to test, use your data to analyze, and you can say it's actually help you to optimize your content across social and traditional media, so that you can maximize your budget and you can achieve your goal, okay? So what exactly we are trying to say, or you can say the conclusion over here is basically, it wasn't long ago when brand wondered that the heck is this social media thing and how long will it last, okay? That shifted from more strategic question about how to stay on top of the changes and improve customer engagement and ROI. But where do you begin? So if you remember, what was the first few slides we discussed about the social media before we started with the platform? But where do you begin is the question now. Where you should begin when you have to design a social strategy, where you should begin? What is the first thing that you need to do before you create any account on social media? Next time when you create an account on social media or use any feature, what is the first thing that you will do? Sign up. No, I'm not asking about what is the first thing that you need to do. In terms of, think from the brand perspective, advertiser perspective. So before they create an account on Facebook for the brand awareness or for a different object, what is the first thing that they need to do? Make a proper strategy, how to use the platform. Perfect. Research, strategies, good point. But to design a strategy, they need survey, they need to do social media audit. Remember, we discussed about the social media audit. Ask the right question, use the SWOT analysis, and then you're going to design the strategy. Because before you design the strategy, you need to know about your business and yourself well. What's people opinion? You can ask people what's their opinion about your business based on their inputs, based on what your strength is, what your weakness is. You can do SWOT analysis, and then you can create a strategy in which you will going to identify the audiences and the market you want to market research, which will be involved. Okay, so before you design strategy, do social media audit, do SWOT analysis, and then design strategy, which will involve whom to target, where to target, which platform will gonna work well, and do you have the resource to run that social media. Don't create abundant accounts that gonna create that gonna impact your brand image or brand values, to be honest. So make sure next time when you move to the social media platform with certain objective, you need to have a storyline, you need to have a strategy, a clear picture what exactly you want to do. Okay, and you can just redirect from one feature to other feature. Like one feature, let's say you can start with Facebook story, and then DM, and then one-to-one connection. Similarly, you can use promoted tweets. In case of Twitter, you can create a Twitter list. Okay, so now it's the time when I just want to know which feature of a social media, irrespective of the platform, you like the most and you would love to explore more. Which feature of any feature from Twitter, LinkedIn, which feature you like the most? Keywords, guys, keywords. Which feature of Facebook you like the most? Which feature of Instagram or LinkedIn or maybe Twitter you like the most? LinkedIn Learning. Okay. Instagram Reels. Explore page. Facebook events. Reels on Instagram. Engagement through Reels. But those who are saying Reels, I would say you need to have a clear storyline. Okay. Facebook Marketplace. Interesting. Facebook groups. Definitely. But for creating a Facebook group, you need to have a right resource or spokesperson who can actually interact with your customer tactfully. So you need to have tactic to interact with these customers. So before you use Facebook group, you need a resource who can act like a spokesperson without impacting your brand image. LinkedIn networking building. Convert your networking into collaboration, I would recommend. Okay. Next time when you are connecting with someone on LinkedIn, try to collaborate with them. Right? Maybe if you're finding a job, so you are creating a network, because in future you might pitch them about your profile so they can offer you a job maybe. Pinterest suggestions. Okay. Interactive ads on games, apps. Okay. Ads on games, apps they provide on immediate demo of their product. Okay. Are we talking about the catalog thing here? Ads on games and apps. Catalog, so people can buy product easily. What else? What other people? Other thing. I think you need to more active, because you people might be aware about the Facebook and Instagram more than the Twitter and LinkedIn. So these are the two platforms I would recommend you should start exploring as well. They are more professional. There are so much to learn from these platforms. Insta and Facebook lives to engage people across the world. Yes, correct. But here you are engaging with the people and their mindset is completely different when they use social media. You can't share your opinion, or you can't just have a discussion forum on Facebook and Instagram. It's more like you will connect with your customer and try to understand their concern, try to connect them in terms of collecting feedback or testimonials or anything. It's like a more on a lighter note. Wherein in Twitter and Instagram, Twitter and LinkedIn groups, we are talking more on professionalism manner. With your particular target audience. Yes, target, please repeat the question. Okay. So I was asking which platform you'd like the most and which feature of these platform you like the most. With a particular target audience. Which feature of these social media platform you like the most? Dynamic ads on Facebook. Okay. Are we talking about using remarketing strategy and lookalike for the new customer? So whenever you browse something on Myntra will gonna show you ads on Facebook. So Aman have actually browsed one of the product on Myntra, and these are the offers. Just buy, click on it and just buy that product using the same ad with different templates. Same ad in with different templates. Okay. What sense we are saying? I thought it's all about the remarketing you are saying. Using the same ad with different templates. But do you really want to go with the same repetitive content by just changing the templates? For the A/B testing, which post can work better for your business, you need to create a different post with different visuals, different content. So that's going to help you for the audit perspective. Which post works well, which on which creative people engaged well, or they interacted well. Awesome. Yeah, this is all from my side on the social media strategy. Of course, there are a lot of things to learn in terms of how to use these dashboard, how you can create a campaign on these social media platform. We just talked about don't jump in social media without a proper plan, or you can say clear picture or strategy. How you can create that strategy is something that we discussed, that you people now know. Create an audit, do audit, ask yourself if what all weakness, strength you have. Check with other people, customers, suppliers, your staff members, what their opinion. Note all these points, do SWOT analysis, and then design your strategy. And then during strategy, you can look for the targetings. I missed the first 3 slides. Please scroll it. Okay, definitely I will do that. Okay. So we just discussed about conducting a social media audit, where you have to ask yourself and your people the right questions about what's their opinion about your business. Collect that data, and by using that data, you need to create a strategy. So you just list down all the strength that you have. Look for the deeper insights. Look for the customer engagement variables. Build an editorial calendar, so that you don't miss out on anything. So that editorial content, a calendar will gonna help you what to post, when to post. Okay, so that everything gonna be possible using analytics and doing that audit and using that data. Yeah, and then we did SWOT analysis. Any other queries? And for any other queries, you can always contact me on social media platform, or on LinkedIn, or on phone number. You can just WhatsApp me, okay, for any other details.
Participants, any queries?
Any queries? Is Google Analytics sufficient for analytics? Not really. You will be getting a see there. You can see how people are behaving on your website, but I would recommend, there are a lot of other dashboards which are available for social media perspective. There are other dashboard is there, how people are engaging with your ads. Analytics, it's all about people behavior on your websites, on your apps. Okay, but you need a data, and that data you need to collect from all these platforms, maybe from Google Ads, maybe from social media platform. All good? So
Yes, I think they are just quick
for marketing. Yes, YouTube is really important. I was not able to cover that because of the time constraint, because I really wanted to cover few topics, peso model or SWOT analysis, audit, and that storytelling thing, some important feature about. So I picked only 4 platforms, to be honest, but YouTube, yes, it's really important for marketing. You can do using Google Ads also. Now, you know, Google Ads. Was an IT. Okay, you have surely learned a lot. Awesome. This workshop. Awesome. Days with YouTube. So, but people choose to go ad-free nowadays with YouTube. Not really. I would say I don't think so. When you say people choose to go ad-free nowadays with YouTube, what exactly you mean? People don't like seeing ads when they are watching some videos. Very helpful. Premium. Okay. Okay. They are going on a premium account so that they are not getting ads. True, but again, it's a revenue model for the Google, right? They are getting enrolled. People are actually opting for their YouTube premium, like a Spotify, right? They are actually forcing people to move from free Spotify features to the premium one. So that's a revenue model, to be honest. Okay. So from the revenue point of view, yes, the YouTube premium works, but from the marketing advertisement point of view, of course, you can use YouTube. Amazing. Thanks. You can share all these feedback on the feedback form. I'm sure Deepa ma'am and Nidhi ma'am will be sharing feedback form with you all.
Yeah, we have
just all the feedbacks.
everyone. We can again post the link. Coordinators, if you can just please again post the link if someone has not done in the morning, it will be great.
So,
Please fill
yeah,
the
so do share your experiences on that feedback form, and I'll take all those feedback from Deepa ma'am and Nidhi ma'am. Okay.
Yes, we definitely share.
Yeah. And I would love to connect with you on other platform, on LinkedIn or maybe on WhatsApp. So you just ping me there, buzz me there. Okay. Thank you.
Fine. Definitely marketing via social networks definitely is critical for the success of an organization. And I hope our participants have gained a lot of knowledge today how to manage their individual as well as their organization social media accounts. So on behalf of MD School of Business, I would like to thank Mr. Chaitanya Sharma for such a wonderful and insightful sessions and making us understand since morning like how Google Ads work, then how companies can definitely maximize their return on advertising, best use of social media platforms. So we really appreciate the way you have conducted the sessions and not missed even a single chat, not on the chat box. You do not have to.
And I actually love that people are so interactive. I really love this, and it's actually boost my confidence level, or you can say it's actually I feel really good and energetic when people actually interact, because I get a topic. Basically, when you say search network, when you add some keywords, it's actually helping me to add or speak more about those topics. It's always a knowledge. It should always be a knowledge sharing thing, to be honest.
So we have been free from a chat box whole day. So you have handled it yourself. So once again, so we really thank you for accepting our invitation and taking out a full day from your busy schedule for such enlightening sessions.